Hey everybody, this is Sanford the groundskeeper. I know I said I won't gonna be working on mowers, but I really would like this one done. Still need to get the seals, the starter, air filter, new fuel line, possibly a battery, but I think this one might be fried. Ain't sure yet. Haven't tested it. But anyway, I got a Harbor Freight special. It's a 420 direct bolt-in. The holes that mounts it, they align perfectly. And this is a Massey Ferguson 12 4-speed with the Fair drive. And this is the only other issue I have, or one of a few. This sits too high. Your gas tank mount sits too high. And I didn't want to do a whole lot of cutting, but you can see how high it is, and then the battery tray sits low. You got to take your key switch off. That's going to get relocated anyway. And also with your two front bolts here, the only way to get access to it, you got to drop your axle all the way out, because it sit right above it. It's even, because there's the bolt hole right there, and follow it down. And it's such of a tight squeeze that if you try to put your grill on, good luck, because that's too big and this is too wide. And if you take that off and kept this on, it'll still fit, but this top part that covers the filter won't work unless you notch the plastic, because my keeper that holds the hood gets in the way. It's pretty much, it's flush. So, but it sits just above this little lip right here. And so forth. I did hook up my throttle. And this has a spring that goes from here to there. Take it off. I got it right here. This spring. It sits right here just like that. Take it off or you're going to be fighting it. And my cable is held here, tied in there. This cable already had a missing end, so I just cut the length and so forth. But that's full throttle. Full throttle. That's exactly how it goes. Back down to idle. Doesn't go down all the way or go all the way up, but you know what? That's okay. And also another issue is if you put your grill on, the upright that mounts here, it'd be blocking your choke and your fuel lever here. And Honda has a remote choke that would replace this spacer right here, this yellow piece at the end of my finger. It replaces so that way you can hook it up like a throttle, and that's what I probably end up doing. That means I have to come out from up under, go under, come back up and in. So that's how I'm going to combat the choke issue. And it'd be a lot better than plastic, because if you're using a cable, there's a lot of tension on this little plastic. Then you're going to cause a lot of problems. So having the other, it'd be easier. And when I do that, this filter housing, this piece and the upper will be replaced by a actual Honda. I think a GX 340 and a GX 390 will fit. This is a 420 non-Predator. That's all I can get. They didn't have no Predators. But and such. And also your mounting bolt. There are a 7/16 bolt, I believe. I think that's correctly. But anyway, the head of the bolt is a 5/8 and the nut's 11/16. I used a spring washer or split washer, some people call it, and I use a regular washer on this side. See, I use a regular washer, but there's one of these split washers on the bottom side on that side. I did this setup, as you see here, on the front or the back, and then I did the same thing here on this side. So all the bolts go this way. The hole for the block for the bolt to go through, I had to drill out the frame slightly bigger so that way the bolt would go through. And but they still line up perfectly. The only hardest part is drilling the holes. It says back one on this side. Luckily enough, my drill fits in this cutout that I did, so that way I can drill down to drill that back hole. And unless you decide to take your tower here off and have all that space to do it, and that's a lot of work because you got to fight your Vader drive system and your steering and all that just to drill that hole. You can probably get it from the underside. That's everybody's best bet on this one. But any other than that, it's mounted. It's almost done. Now I got to get another Vader drive pieces and another band for my brake, and I got to put the transmission together. And I got to get another steering column. The bearings are gone in it, and such. Maybe I could find another steering shaft. The splines on this one's about wore out. It's about wore out. But that one's good. The steering wheel's good. It's the shaft that's not. And of course I gotta find a bushing that goes here. Wire it up. I gotta put my other throttle, my choke back on. This is choke. This is choke. That's off choke. So if anybody has a '68 Massey Ferguson 12, and there's not a whole lot of videos of what people has done to it to make their retrofitted engines. I wanted to keep the Tecumseh, but it's obsolete and solid state at that. But so far, that's what I've been doing. And I know I said I wasn't going to work on tractors, but I am. But I'm all going to do yard stuff, lawn care, or here at the house. But this is my long-term project, so time to time I might put up a video up on this to help anybody else out that has one that wants to repower it. So drop a like, comment, and share, and this and that. Because maybe I'm helping somebody that has one of these and whatnot. I might do a video on the transmission. I ain't sure yet on how to put it together. And so forth. But yes, that's my tractor. And I hope everybody has a good day. Thank you for watching.